Dr. Laura Nelson is a high-performance coach and a neuroscientist, and she helps businesses and individuals with their personal and business development and transformation. She's spoken on TEDx stages, she's spoken in media around the world. She helps people develop in their businesses. And today we're going to find out all about how to attract more clients and break through in our businesses. I'm going to leave the rest up to Laura, but please give a warm YESx Group welcome to Dr. Laura Nelson.
Good evening, YESx Group. I'm here today to help you achieve any goal. And that may be in business. So how many people here are in business or have an idea for a business? Raise your hands. Okay, so quite a few of you. And maybe you have a goal that's outside of business, in another area of your life. Whatever your goal is, sometimes it seems like this, doesn't it? We're over here, and our goal is massive, over there in the distance. And we're here and feeling a bit stuck. Yeah, so you're feeling stuck maybe, feeling a bit frustrated, not sure how to get towards that big goal, right? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, for just one moment, let's walk over here. And imagine this is where your dream is, your goal. And I want you to engage in this bit with me, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. Because, thank you, because when you do, you will really get the value of this. Okay, so I want you for a second, in fact you can write this down. If you've got some paper and a pen, I want you to just take a breath in, just breathe in, and breathe out. And write down on that piece of paper, just in a few words, what your dream is, what your goal is. And it doesn't matter if you don't know exactly what it is, just write down a few words. Okay? And it could be that you want to be on a stage like this, talking to people about your message. Or it could be that you're helping clients transform their lives and you see their faces light up. Or maybe your published book is in the bookshelves of your local bookshop. I want you to feel that dream, be in that dream. Okay? Let's just breathe it in. Okay, lovely, beautiful. So I'm going to help you get there and give you the formula, the magic formula to get there. But I want a commitment from you. Because what I'm going to do is to challenge you. Okay? Is that okay with everybody?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. In fact, that was a great yes. Say yes again. Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. So the reason I'm challenging you is because you won't move forward without the challenge. You won't move forward without a challenge. And I'm going to tell you why. In a very logical way. You see, I am a logical person. I have a logical background. I'm a neuroscientist. I used to work in the lab in a dark, dingy laboratory. Got out. I got out of that. And I know a lot of people are like me. They like rational explanations. So here we go. Okay, ready? By the way, you don't need to be a neuroscientist to understand this stuff. So for this bit, I'm going to use these pens here, which apparently used to belong to someone by the name of Tony Robbins. And now they belong to me. No, they don't. They belong to Ian, and I tried to buy them off him for £10 each, and he wasn't having any. So anyway, using the pen that Tony himself has touched. So here we go. That is your brain. This is really scientific, okay? That's your brain. And your brain, as you probably know, has many brain cells in it, okay? And they're all connected in networks. A bit like that. And the thing is, these networks are formed when you're very young. Well, they're formed all the time, but most of them are formed when you're very, very young. Because your brain is like a computer, it's like a robot, and it gets programmed, and this is for a very good reason. because this is how your brain functions, okay? So when you brush your teeth or brush your hair, you know how to do it, right? Because your brain is programmed to do it. Do you all know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now this is all very well if you carry on doing the same thing over and over again. If you want to change your life, something has to happen. These brain cells have to connect in different ways. Okay, so maybe it looks like that instead. Now the thing is, to change neural networks, to change the arrangement of your brain cells requires mental effort. So it's no wonder that it's such an effort to change our brains, to try something new, learn a new skill, solve a problem. So don't beat yourself up about it. We all find it hard for that reason. So what I'm going to give you today is the tool to make a change, to develop those skills, okay? And it's called the conscious change maker. We'll have that on the slide. The conscious change maker. And it's conscious because conscious means that you become aware of what's going on in your head, so you can become in control of that rather than you being in control of it. Okay? So the conscious change maker is very simple, and you might want to write some notes in this bit. There are 3 parts. And they all begin with P, so easy to remember. Okay? Now the first one, the first P, is fundamental to the whole process. Many people forget about this one. P for, oops, Tony's pen is broken. Ian's not listening. There, purpose, purpose. Do you know what you want? And you may be saying to yourself, of course I know what I want. What's Dr. Laura talking about? But do you know what you want in everything you do? Every task, big or small? Because if you don't, you won't reach the goal that you want to reach. Now, equally, you might be saying, well, Dr. Laura, I actually don't want to know what I want in everything, you know, like a bit of mystery in my life. Well, I'm not here to say what's right and wrong. It's your choice. But if you want to reach a goal, get your dream, you have to know what you want. And believe me, there will be mystery on the way.
Yes.
Okay? W. Clement Stone, who was a businessman and motivational leader, said, definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. And I know this very well myself because I spent most of my life without a purpose, without any direction. And you may well relate to this. I was for many years meandering from job to job. I was in academia, and then I went into journalism, and I was seduced by the national newspapers, and I worked in politics and for charities. And then one day everything changed. 2 years ago, I get called in to see the boss of the charity I'm working for. And so I go into the Royal Society of Medicine. It's a medical charity, so we have our meetings there. There's a grand entrance in the centre of London. There's a marble hallway. I walk through, go into the room where David, my boss, is there. He's got grey hair, glasses, very serious face. And he looks at me, not quite in the eye, and says, Laura, we're going to end your job in 2 months. Now, this wasn't the first time I was fired, by the way. I'm a bit of a rebel. Yay! Yay! I'm proud to be a rebel. The thing was, the first time I was fired, I didn't learn the lesson. But this time I learned, because on this day, when David said that to me, my boss, I felt that sick feeling in my stomach. That frustration and anger as well. But I also felt something else. in my heart. I felt a lightness, a joy, a kind of relief,
Yeah.
and gratitude, and a feeling, this is it. This is my opportunity to do what I want, to pursue my dream. This is it. I will now have my purpose. And so everything changed. And I had to, because I had to replace my income. I didn't have a job. So I started to build my business, and within 2 months I had a full coaching practice. I went on to launch a group program. I got myself known on big stages like TEDx and media all around the world. And the reason I was able to do this, and I continue to do that, is because I know what I want, and I go for it with focus and determination. Do you know what you want? With clarity. Because when you do, everything falls into place. Okay, the second P. This is so important and so little talked about, and I think there's a lot of shame around it as well. And Sammy talked about it, so I'm glad he went before me because he's done a lot of the work. I can skip a lot of this bit. Now I really have broken his bit. I'm going to have to keep it now. So this bit is psychology, and I can't spell it, I'll do an abbreviation. So psychology, the blocks within you, okay? Now this isn't a new idea, but it's a new approach that I'm taking here, to be so direct and upfront about it and just cut to the truth. You are responsible for your own success. Okay? Imagine jumping into a river and swimming against the current. That's what it's like if you embark on a goal, but you have blocking beliefs, fears, thought patterns that you're unable to overcome. It's like you don't move, okay? And how do you know you have this? Well, it comes up as resistances. So, for example, you might say to yourself, well, that's not for me. I'm not good enough anyway. Maybe next time. I don't deserve to achieve my dream anyway. Sound familiar? For some of you, not all of you. Thing is, anything like this, as Sammy said, it's a belief. And it's a lie. Because you all deserve to have your dreams. Stephen Pressfield, who is an American entrepreneur who I very much admire, he's fantastic, also a great writer, he says, now the real work is the inner work, to overcome those inner demons. Are you overcoming your inner demons? Okay, we've all got very serious all of a sudden. Now get to the action part. Don't worry, you're not taking action now, but this is action, practicality. Oops. The third piece is practicality. You must take action to achieve anything, okay? Sounds obvious, right? Sounds really obvious, but you'd be so surprised how many people and how many entrepreneurs do not take action, and then they wonder why they don't have results, okay? And in my view, there are two kinds of people. Which one are you? So the one type, there's an opportunity to do something, and this kind of person said, yes, I want it, that's for me. This is the minority. The majority of people, there's an opportunity, they say, great opportunity, but not for me now, I'm not ready. Maybe next year, maybe next week, not now, I'm too busy, I'm doing something else. I used to be that person. Okay, I used to hide away in the background a bit, like Sammy said. I was very shy, and I always assumed that it was someone else's job to be the leader. But secretly, I hated myself. Because I was wasting my gifts and talents. And I wasn't living my life. So I want to challenge you and leave with a challenge. And you've all heard some, well, you'll hear some fantastic speakers today. You've already heard some of them. So what I want to challenge you to do is to follow up, say, on 2 of the speakers that you connect with, that you relate to, and find out what they're about and see what they have to offer. You know, we all have leaflets and flyers. I've created a free report, which is how to implement all of this stuff in your business. So for those who have businesses, this is for you. Go and get it, it's free. It's on flyers, actually it's on the slide, last slide. Yeah. So go to that link, you get a free report. Yeah? So me or the other speakers, follow up with those that you resonate with. And it's a small step, but remember, small steps together make a big step. And a big step will take you towards your dream. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. It's always, I think, quite humbling, I think, to have a neuroscientist come on stage at the YESx Group and give us their insight. Does anybody have any questions for Laura? Take 1 or 2 questions quickly. You all know everything? You all completely happy? Okay, there's one guy here in the middle, please.
Hello, Laura. Thank you for a very informative speech there. So, what's your purpose?
Great question. I am fascinated with how you are blocking yourself with your mind. And my purpose is to share what I know so that you can unblock that and move forward and make your dream come true.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Second question. Okay, over there in the yellow, please.
Yeah, about your method, like purpose, psychology, and practical stuff. What's the difference between like Tony's RPM method, results, purpose, and massive action? Is it something? What's the difference?
Okay. Well, all of these people teach the same kind of thing. Yeah. So if you go to Anthony Robbins' seminar, which I have done, he will teach this stuff, but everybody does it in a slightly different way. Yeah. And I have my own angle, which has a mixture of neuroscience in it, but I also mix it with the very spiritual side, as it were. You know, I come away from the rational side, and there's a lot of, you know, if you come on my courses, there's a lot of meditation and getting beyond the mind, and you know, really connecting with your intuition. So that's my unique angle. Yeah, mixing the rational with the ultra non-rational creative. But ultimately, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really valid point, actually, because in this community of personal development and personal growth, there are many teachers, and a lot of teachers are teaching similar things. However, the person that resonates with me might not resonate with one of you guys, and you know, it's your unique take on the principles that are being shared. Because there are, as I think it was probably someone like Jim Rohn or someone, there are no new fundamentals. You know, if anyone's trying to push onto you something new and it's a fundamental that you should have known, it's not new. Okay, there's no new antique furniture. Okay, so it's your unique spin. So if you relate to the speakers, it's going to go through to you, and sometimes you need to hear it multiple times. Laura, what can we do for you as the YESx Group, or how can people connect further with you? You gave that slide up there, and anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I want to say that to make this work for you, you've got to practice it, because it's a habit. It's about changing those nerve pathways and shifting them so you're wired for success. So what I want you to do is go away and practice. Go and get my report if that helps you. But if not, just practice and practice this stuff, and it will make a massive difference in your lives.
Thank you, Laura. Please, give it up for Laura.